Welcome back to my channel, the Coin Spot. Today is best top 3 coins, one you want to miss. We're diving into the world of United States coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1. The 1930 Liberty 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Buffalo nickel of the United States of America. This includes its history, design, production details, composition, value, and significance in U.S. coinage history. The 1930 Liberty 5-cent coin, full historical and numismatic overview. The 1930 Liberty 5-cent coin, widely recognized as the Buffalo nickel, is a notable piece of American numismatic history. Though the coin bears the word Liberty, it does not feature Lady Liberty in the traditional sense seen on earlier U.S. coins. Instead, it is famously adorned with a Native American chief on the obverse, front, and an American bison on the reverse, back, symbolizing the cultural and natural heritage of the United States. Designed by sculptor James Earl Fraser, this coin is part of a series minted from 1913 to 1938, representing a major shift in U.S. coin design toward more uniquely American themes. Design and symbolism. The design of the 1930 5-cent piece is among the most iconic in American coinage. The obverse features a composite portrait of 3 Native American chiefs, Iron Tail, Sioux, 2 Moons, Cheyenne, and possibly John Big Tree, Seneca. Fraser aimed to create a realistic and respectful depiction of Native Americans, with fine detail in the feathered headdress, braided hair, and deeply set eyes. The word Liberty is inscribed along the upper right edge, and the date is prominently displayed on the shoulder of the portrait. The reverse features a majestic American buffalo, commonly thought to be modeled after a bison named Black Diamond, who lived at the Central Park Zoo in New York City. The image of the buffalo standing on a mound was a powerful symbol of the American frontier. Above the buffalo are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, with the denomination 5 cents below. The design captured the rugged spirit of the American West and was a departure from previous classical motifs. Minting and specifications. In 1930, the Buffalo nickel was minted in 2 U.S. mints. Philadelphia, no mint mark. San Francisco, mint mark S. The Denver Mint did not produce Buffalo nickels in 1930. Mintage numbers. 1930, Philadelphia, 22.1 million. 1930, S, San Francisco, 5.4 million. Coin specifications. Composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Diameter, 21.2 millimeters. Weight, 5 grams. Edge, plain. The coin was struck using standard minting techniques of the time, though the design's high relief and fine details made it prone to rapid wear, especially in circulation. Historical context and popularity. The 1930 Buffalo nickel was produced during the Great Depression, a time of significant economic hardship across the United States. Despite financial strain, coinage continued, albeit at reduced numbers in some years due to lower demand for new coins. The Buffalo nickel series had become popular for its bold design and cultural representation. However, by the late 1930s, issues with wear and difficulties in striking the coin clearly led to the decision to replace it with the Jefferson nickel in 1938. James Earl Fraser's design was celebrated for being distinctly American and for breaking from the traditional Greco-Roman influences of earlier coinage. The imagery of a Native American and a buffalo resonated deeply with the ideals of the American West and national identity. Value and collectibility. The value of a 1930 Liberty 5-cent coin depends heavily on condition, mint mark, and any rare die varieties. In average circulated condition, most 1930 nickels from Philadelphia may be worth around $1 to $3, while those from San Francisco might fetch $2 to $10. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, MS60 and above, prices can increase substantially, with MS65 plus examples potentially reaching $100 or more depending on the market. Coins that display strong details, full dates, and sharp horn details on the buffalo are especially prized. The weak striking of certain dies, particularly at the San Francisco Mint, means that well-struck examples from 1930s are scarcer and more valuable. Graded examples by major services like PCGS or NGC tend to command a premium. Collectors often seek to assemble full date and mint mark sets of Buffalo nickels, making all dates, especially those with lower mintages, desirable. Common issues and counterfeits. Due to its popularity, the Buffalo nickel series has been heavily studied and catalogued. Some 1930 nickels suffer from weak strikes, particularly on the buffalo's horn or the Native American's hair. Also, some dates are faint or worn off completely due to circulation. While counterfeiting isn't as common for 1930 nickels as for rarer dates, like the 1916 double die or 1937 D three-legged buffalo, caution should still be exercised when buying high-grade or expensive examples. Conclusion: the 1930 Liberty 5-cent coin represents more than just a piece of change. It embodies the artistry, identity, and historical evolution of early 20th century America. It stands as a tribute to Native American heritage and the wild spirit of the American frontier. Despite being minted during a time of economic despair, its enduring design and historical significance have cemented its place in the hearts of collectors and historians alike. Whether worn from years of circulation or gleaming in mint condition, each 1930 Buffalo nickel tells a story of American resilience and artistry. Top 2. The 1936 Liberty 5-cent coin, Buffalo nickel, a complete historical and numismatic analysis. The 1936 Liberty 5-cent coin, widely known as the 1936 Buffalo nickel, stands as one of the most iconic and culturally rich coins in the history of the United States Mint. Although many refer to it colloquially as the Liberty nickel due to the word liberty inscribed on its obverse, it is more accurately described as the Buffalo nickel or Indian head nickel, a title derived from its powerful and symbolic imagery. Minted from 1913 to 1938, this series was designed by the renowned American sculptor James Earl Fraser, a former student of Augustus St. Gaudens. Fraser's vision was to create a coin that was uniquely and unmistakably American, not inspired by classical European figures, but instead by the people and creatures of the American frontier. Design and symbolism, honoring Native America and the wild frontier. The obverse, front, of the 1936 Buffalo nickel features a striking right-facing profile of a Native American warrior, complete with a braided hairstyle and feathered headdress. This figure is not a representation of a single individual but rather a composite portrait, inspired by 3 different Native American chiefs: Iron Tail, Sioux; Two Moons, Cheyenne; and possibly John Big Tree, Seneca. This decision was made to symbolize the shared heritage and dignity of Native American tribes, rather than to represent any one person or culture. Above the portrait is the inscription Liberty, and the date 1936 is found on the shoulder of the figure, a part of the coin that often wears down first, leading to many dateless examples in circulation. The reverse, back, of the coin is just as iconic. It displays a powerful image of an American bison, more commonly referred to as a buffalo. This animal represents the wild, untamed nature of the American plains during the country's westward expansion. The bison is believed to have been modeled after Black Diamond, a famous bison living in the Central Park Zoo in New York during Fraser's time. Surrounding the bison are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents at the bottom. Originally, the buffalo stood on a raised mound in the 1913 design, but due to rapid wear, the reverse was modified later that year to place the denomination in a recessed area to extend the coin's life in circulation. Minting information and mint marks. The 1936 Buffalo nickel was struck at 3 United States Mint facilities. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, D, mint mark. San Francisco, S, mint mark. You can find the mint mark beneath the words 5 cents on the reverse side of the coin, directly below the buffalo. Mintage numbers: 1936. Philadelphia, no mint mark 118,997,000, highest mintage of the series. Denver, D 24,814,000. San Francisco, S 14,930,000. 1936 marked a time of increasing economic recovery in the United States following the worst years of the Great Depression. As a result, coin production resumed at higher levels compared to earlier in the 1930s. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number of Buffalo nickels ever in a single year during 1936. Technical specifications. The Buffalo nickel, including the 1936 edition, was produced with the following specifications. Denomination: 5 cents, U.S. nickel. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. Weight: 5.00 grams. Edge: plain, no reading. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. This durable alloy, commonly used for nickels even today, was chosen for its resistance to wear and corrosion. However, despite its durability, the high-relief details on the Buffalo nickel were prone to fast wear in circulation, especially on the date, the buffalo's horn, and the cheekbones of the Native American portrait. 1936 proof coins, a historic first for the series. A special note must be made about the 1936 proof buffalo nickel, as it was the first year that proof versions were struck for collectors. Produced exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint, only 4,420 proof coins were minted in 1936. These coins were hand-struck with polished dies and specially prepared planchets to produce a mirrored, highly detailed finish. Today, these proof specimens are highly collectible and are significantly more valuable than regular circulation strikes. Their rarity and brilliance make them an important prize for serious collectors' value and collectability. The value of a 1936 buffalo nickel can vary greatly depending on its condition, mint mark, and whether it is a proof or a circulation strike. Typical values, as of 2025 market estimates. Circulated condition, good to fine. Philadelphia, $1 to $3. Denver, $2 to $6. San Francisco, $2 to $7. Uncirculated, mint state/MS60, MS65. Philadelphia, $10 to $50. Denver and San Francisco, $30 to $100 plus. San Francisco examples often command higher premiums due to scarcer high-grade survivors. 1936 proof buffalo nickel, $1,000 to $2,500 plus, depending on grade. Coins that display full details, such as a clearly visible date, sharp hair braid lines on the obverse, and a well-defined horn on the buffalo, are much more desirable to collectors. Those that are certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC also tend to command higher prices in the market due to authentication and grade guarantee. Common issues and varieties. Collectors should be aware of certain varieties and error coins related to the 1936 buffalo nickel, some of which are extremely valuable. 1936 D. 3.5-legged buffalo variety. This is a rare error caused by over-polishing of the reverse die at the Denver Mint, which removed most of the front leg of the buffalo. The result is a 3.5-legged appearance that is quite distinct and highly collectible. These coins are rare and can fetch $1,000 to over $10,000, depending on grade, double dies, and strike errors. Top 3. The 1926 Liberty 5-cent coin, buffalo nickel, a deep dive into one of America's most iconic coins. The 1926 Liberty 5-cent coin, commonly referred to as the buffalo nickel, is a key piece of early 20th century American coinage. Though the word Liberty appears on the obverse of the coin, it does not depict Lady Liberty as in earlier designs. Instead, this coin is famous for featuring a realistic portrait of a Native American chief on one side and a rugged American buffalo on the other. This dramatic departure from the classical European-inspired designs that had dominated U.S. coinage for decades was part of a larger artistic movement toward distinctly American imagery. Introduced in 1913, the buffalo nickel was designed by sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted to capture the raw, untamed spirit of the American frontier, and with it, the story of the nation's westward expansion, indigenous culture, and natural wildlife. Design, symbolism, and artistic significance. The obverse, front, of the coin features a powerful, weathered portrait of a Native American warrior facing right. The portrait was not based on just one person, but rather a composite of 3 Native American chiefs whom Fraser met and sketched, most likely Iron Tail, Sioux, Two Moons, Cheyenne, and John Big Tree, Seneca. This approach was intended to honor not one tribe or leader, but the spirit of all Native Americans whose lives and cultures had been deeply impacted by the expansion of the United States. The word Liberty is inscribed along the upper right rim, and the date 1926 appears near the neckline, though it is frequently worn down due to being placed on a high point of the coin. On the reverse, back of the coin is an equally iconic image, the American buffalo, or bison, standing solidly on a flat, textured surface. This buffalo is believed to be modeled after Black Diamond, a bison that lived in the Central Park Zoo in New York City during Fraser's time. Above the animal are the inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum, and beneath it is the denomination 5 cents. The buffalo is depicted with fine detail, from the shaggy fur to the powerful legs, representing the strength and endurance of the American West. Both sides of the coin are deeply symbolic, celebrating both indigenous culture and the disappearing wilderness of early America. Minting information and mint marks. The 1926 buffalo nickel was minted at 3 locations. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, D. San Francisco S. The mint mark, if present, is located on the reverse side of the coin, just beneath the words 5 cents. Mintage numbers: 1926. 1926. Philadelphia 44,693,000. 1926. D. Denver 5,638,000. 1926. S. San Francisco 970,000, a key date and very scarce in higher grades. The San Francisco Mint produced very few nickels in 1926, making the 1926 S Buffalo nickel one of the lowest mintage and most sought-after coins in the entire Buffalo nickel series. While the Philadelphia and Denver mint coins are relatively common, the 1926 S stands out for its rarity and historical importance. Specifications and composition. The 1926 Buffalo nickel shares the standard specifications of the series. Denomination: 5 cents. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight: 5.00 grams. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. Edge: plain, smooth. The coin was struck on a durable copper-nickel alloy, designed to hold up well in circulation. However, because of the high-relief design, many examples from all years show heavy wear, especially on high points such as the date, the Native American's cheekbone, and the buffalo's horn. The 1926 S Buffalo nickel, a rare and desirable key date. Among the three 1926 issues, the 1926 S Buffalo nickel is by far the most valuable and rare, especially in higher grades. Although nearly 1 million were minted, very few were saved in uncirculated condition. Most entered circulation and wore down quickly. On top of that, the San Francisco mint strikes of this year are often weakly struck, making fully detailed specimens even rarer. In average circulated condition, a 1926 S Buffalo nickel can be worth $20 to $50 or more, depending on detail. In mint state, uncirculated condition, it can command hundreds to several $1,000s, with prices increasing sharply at MS64 or better. It is considered one of the semi-key dates of the series and is a must-have for serious collectors completing a full set. Market value and collectability. The value of a 1926 Buffalo nickel varies based on its mint, condition, and rarity. Here's a rough breakdown. 1926 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel. Circulated, good to very fine $1 to $4. Extremely fine to AU, $5 to $10. Uncirculated, $20 to $100. 1926 D Buffalo nickel. Circulated, $2 to $8. Uncirculated, $50 to $200 plus. 1926 S Buffalo nickel. Circulated, $20 to $100 plus. Uncirculated, $500 to $5,000 plus, depending on grade and strike quality. Coins graded and certified by PCGS or NGC often fetch higher prices, especially those in mint state with full horn or full details, terms used to describe completeness of the buffalo's features. Striking issues and wear problems. One of the known challenges with buffalo nickels, including the 1926 coins, is the way the dies wore down quickly. The date was placed on a raised part of the obverse, causing it to wear off more quickly than other parts of the coin. That's why many circulated buffalo nickels are now dateless. Similarly, on the reverse, the buffalo's horn and tail were high points that often lost detail after minimal circulation. This led to collector demand for better struck examples with complete horn and tail features. Collectors often seek out full horn nickels, meaning the buffalo's horn is clearly visible with full definition, indicating minimal wear or strong striking. Cultural and historical importance. The 1926 Buffalo nickel is more than just a coin. It is a time capsule from an America in transition. The mid-1920s were marked by rapid industrialization, cultural shifts, and evolving relationships with Native American communities. The Buffalo nickel was a conscious effort to honor America's indigenous peoples and natural heritage, even as those very subjects were being displaced or diminished. Fraser's design is widely regarded as one of the most authentic and bold in U.S. coinage history. Its artistic merit, cultural symbolism, and collectability make it an enduring favorite among collectors. The fact that it was in regular use for 25 years, survived the Great Depression, and remains a popular collectible today speaks to its timeless appeal and rugged durability. Even worn examples are cherished by collectors, historians, and anyone interested in the story of early 20th century America. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe on my channel for more videos.